Okay, we had the new parts come through from the factory. We'll get them on the car ahead of FP1.
Welcome to the Baku City Circuit, where free practice for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is about to get underway. This is a technical circuit which will nonetheless see some huge speeds with a near flat-out final sector that's twice the length of Shanghai's back straight. Let's see who can find the right balance in their setup today. Anthony Davidson is here as usual to help take us through the action. And I've seen some questions on social media and other places about this current crop of F1 cars and why they're so much faster now, despite being significantly heavier than the previous generations of machines. Take us through that one.
I'd be happy to, Crofty. And simply put, it's a matter of grip. Now, that comes from two sources. You have what we call mechanical grip, which comes from the surface of the tyres sticking to the road. And these tyres are significantly wider now when compared to previous years, so they have the potential for more mechanical grip. Then you have the downforce, of course, which pushes the car into the road as the air moves over it, thus generating grip. And these cars have about 20% more downforce, which is more than enough to overcome the added weight.
Carl probably mentioned the new parts that have come in from the factory. Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position can get underway. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
The teams will have arrived with all manner of parts designed to capitalise on the long straights. The cars will be that much harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
Right, it's not going to be easy getting into the next qualifying session, but we know you'll give it your all. DRS is stuck open. You'll have to come in so we can try and attempt to fix. Pit in for repairs.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into the race?
You left a lot of paint on the walls today.
Were you struggling for grip or did you just misjudge some corners?
Appreciate your time.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to ask you about Carlos Sainz. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position. And starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen and Perez, Alonso, Raikkonen, Grosjean and Charles Leclerc, Lawrence, Hülkenberg, Kevin Magnussen and Stroll, Ericsson, Hartley, Esteban Ocon and Stoffel van Dorn. Sainz and Pierre Gasly rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, you've qualified higher than we expected, so let's try to build on this position throughout the race. the super salts. We've reached a worrying level of wear on the internal combustion engine. Let's try and keep the revs down. Early up shifts, later down shifts. Right, some information on Grosjean. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow. Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. Okay, clear. It should be a few laps at least before you start feeling too many tyre issues. They seem in good condition for the time being. Box, we're coming in this lap. Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. Receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. We're trailing our teammate by 9.6 seconds. Okay, gap ahead is 2.7 seconds. The gap to the car behind is 1.5 seconds. Okay, clear. Caution, caution. The virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta. Our gap to the car in front is 2.0 seconds. This is your final lap of the race. Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know? I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere, and it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
Here come our winning drivers then, out onto the podium at the end of a thrilling Grand Prix. The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top three today. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I think it's got to be Kimi Räikkönen. He's not always spectacular, but he quietly gets the job done. And that's the case today.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it? Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash?
Appreciate your time.
Excellent result today. Finishes like that will look good on your contract reviews. On to the next one. Here we can adjust the terms of our proposal. The more ambitiously we set our targets, the more willing the team will be to give us better perks. We'll have a few chances to suggest a deal, but we need to be careful. If a proposed contract exceeds your value to the team, it will be rejected, and too many attempts will leave us stuck with the original offer. Really? You don't want to negotiate at all? Well, it's your call, but Personally, I would have tried to push for better terms. There really is no harm in trying, you know.